Hola amigos, as you see in the thumbnail, I recently applied my Schengen visa and I got it for 1 year. Yes, you heard it right. I applied Schengen visa and I got it for 1 year with my Indian passport. Will you get 1 year Schengen visa or more than that? Then you should watch this video. Please do not skip this video as I explain each and every question in detail. In this video, we are going to talk about what is Schengen visa, what are Schengen countries, how to apply for Schengen visa and required documents, and frequently asked questions. What is Schengen visa? Schengen visa gives you an entry to most of the European countries. If you are a traveler, then Europe is definitely in your bucket list. Name it: France, Italy, Spain, all these top European countries with one Schengen visa you can enter. What are all the Schengen countries? There are 26 countries which falls under Schengen zone. As you can see in this video, these are all the 26 countries you can visit with Schengen visa. How to apply for a Schengen visa and what documents required, irrespective of any embassy and irrespective of wherever the country you are applying from. This is one of the best procedure which I applied recently, and this is how I got it for a long term. In this video, I am taking France Embassy as an example. You can find the link in YouTube description. If you are applying for a first time, I highly suggest apply in France Embassy because the chances of getting tourist visa is so high in France Embassy, and also for most of us, Eiffel Tower is in bucket list. Also, there will be a good number of connection flights from India to France or anywhere in the world to France. So technically speaking, if you are applying it for a first time, France is a good choice. First and foremost important thing, you require a passport, and the validity of passport should be a minimum of 3 months. Next, you require a photograph which is not less than 6 months, and it requires certain dimension as you see in the screen. These are the photo requirements to apply for the visa. Next, a visa application form. Enter all your details and take a printout and sign the document. In a cover letter, you explain your travel plan in detail, like when you plan to visit the country, where you will stay, and what you will do. Remember, your visa will be approved or rejected based on this letter. One important thing to remember, check the available slot and make an appointment at the embassy of your destination country. You mostly need to book this appointment online. After successfully booking the appointment, go ahead with the remaining steps. Next important document is travel medical insurance. There are so many websites. If you don't know which website to apply, you can reach me in Instagram. I am mentioning my Instagram details in the description. For any kind of questions which I mentioned in this video, either comment in YouTube or reach me in Instagram. I will try to help you out. Don't forget, your travel medical insurance coverage should be a minimum of 30,000 euros. The travel insurance will not cost you so much. It is around 3,000 rupees. Next document is the most important one. Based upon this document, your duration of visa will be provided. You should have a round trip tickets reserved. Remember, reserved, which means you need to reserve your flight tickets, not book your flight tickets. Please go through the embassy which you are applying for, as the rules may be changing frequently. But as of March 2022, to apply for a Schengen visa, a flight reservation is more than enough. You no need to book for the flight tickets. And how can you reserve the flight tickets? Well, there are so many ways to reserve your flight tickets. There are so many websites which will give you flight reserve tickets. You can apply for them and it costs less than 5,000 rupees, with which you can get 5 flight tickets. What does it mean? Let me clarify. When you are applying for a Schengen visa, you should have a travel itinerary, which places you are going to visit. Based upon that, you will apply to that embassy and request them to provide a Schengen visa. So let's say you are going to France and you need to show them the number of days you are going to stay in France, and based upon your number of days, embassy will decide how long your visa should be. Based on the 3 following factors, you need to file your Schengen visa application to the required embassy. The number of countries you will be visiting, the number of days you will be spending in each country, the country where you will step in first in case you visit more than one Schengen member states. In this example, in first scenario, a person flying from Hyderabad, his port of entry is France. And in travel itinerary, he mentioned France as first destination and applied to France embassy. Though he is going to Spain, First port of entry and longest duration is France. So he or she need to apply in France embassy and he may get visa for 8 days or more. Similarly, in second scenario, port of entry is Spain. Longest duration is Spain. So he or she needs to apply in Spain embassy and he may get visa for 12 days or more. Look at the third scenario, which is rejected because his port of entry is France, but he is going to Spain and also more number of days in Spain. So he should apply in Spain embassy, not France. In fourth scenario, port of entry is France and in cover letter longest duration is France and also he is returning to India after 18 days. In cover letter, he or she mentioned flying back to Switzerland after few months with all the required documentation. The chances of getting visa duration will be more in this case, but make sure you have sufficient funds and a good travel history when you are applying for a long-term visa. If you want multiple entry Schengen visa, it's always better to mention minimum 2 countries in your cover letter. I have mentioned fifth scenario. Comment which embassy they should apply and how long they may get the visa for. Comment below. Also, it is very important to book your accommodation and make sure you pay money for your accommodation. There are so many websites which offers free cancellation. Enter all your details and don't choose pay later. Instead, pay now and they will refund 100% money if you cancel before few days. Another important criteria, always make sure you have a sufficient balance in your bank. Do not transfer the money just for the sake of visa because remember you need to show them your 3 months bank statement. So make sure whatever the funds you are showing, it is deposited before 3 months if you are lending money from somebody. So that the chances of rejecting your visa or chances of giving for a less time will be reduced. If you are working for a company, you need to submit an employee letter stating that you are traveling for so and so on date and get it signed from the employer. If you are a self-employed, you should submit all your business documents and also show your IT returns. And what if you are a student? What if you are not working and if you are not earning? Don't worry. You need to show your sponsor's detail, like your parents. So you need to submit your parent income details to prove that you will be traveling with sufficient funds and you need to submit their ITR returns and all the information which will help you to get the visa. When I shared I am going to make a video about Schengen visa, I received so many questions from Instagram, YouTube and also from my fellow friends. I am going to answer few of them so that it will be helpful for you. These are the most frequently asked questions, so I would like to cover few of them. How much does it cost to apply a Schengen visa in India? It will cost around 10,000 rupees if you apply everything by yourself. How much money is required? I personally recommend you to maintain $6,000, which is around 4 lakhs. Anything more than that will be really good. Will they cancel if the funds are less than that? No. But having more money definitely gives you additional chances of getting more number of days. How many days you can stay in a single visit? Please remember you should not stay more than 90 days in a single visit in Schengen tourist visa. This is very important because based upon this, whenever you apply for a next visa, they will check this one. List of non-Schengen countries you can enter with a Schengen visa. As you can see, these are all the 18 other countries which you can travel with your Schengen visa. Remember, if you are an Indian citizen, you need to apply a e-visa to enter Turkey. Difference between single and multiple entry visa. Single entry visa allows you to enter the country only once during the validity. If you want to come again to the Schengen area, you need to apply another visa. Whereas multiple entry visa, you can come to Schengen area as long as you have the validity of the visa. You don't need to apply for another visa. Travel history dependency. If you travel to Europe or any other country, definitely that will help you to get a long-term visa. Say for an example, you are applying Schengen visa for the first time. You may get for a short term. Next time when you are applying, mention all these details and tell them as you are coming again, you want a long term, so that they will consider this. The chances of getting a long term visa will be more if your travel history is good. Make sure to follow all the rules. Do not overstay in any country than the recommended time period. How to get a long term Schengen visa? Guys, there is no particular rule. Based upon my experience, travel history and your financial status is something they will consider when they are giving for a long-term visa. They want to make sure you go back to your home country after visiting the places. Reserve your flight tickets, book your accommodation, show all the required proofs as mentioned in the previous example. If you follow all these steps, the chances of getting long-term visa will be more. How do I get 1 year visa? Guys, to be honest, my travel history is really good. As you know, I traveled 27 countries. Also, I entered Schengen countries before. And also, I applied from UK. I reserved flight tickets till next year. And I mentioned I will be traveling so frequently. I submitted all my travel records and I requested them to provide me a long-term visa. I think all these factors helped me to get a long-term visa. I know few people who applied from India and they got it for 1 year because their travel history is good, and also the process which I mentioned, they followed each and everything. I hope I answered most of the common questions. So follow these steps when you are applying for a Schengen visa. The chances of getting long term and also the chances of rejection is very, very, very less. I hope you like the video. If you have any questions, please do comment and also share this video with your friends. And if the video is useful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.